Good morning. It's time to call to order the December 19th, 2013 meeting of the Oklahoma City Airport Trust. First item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the November 21st, 2013 Oklahoma City Airport Trust meeting. What are the trustees' wishes? Second. The motion is second. Any discussion? Please cast your votes. And is so done. Next up, Director's Report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, everyone. I do have one item to report, and just a reminder that over the Christmas and New Year's holidays, parking at the airport will be very, very busy. It was over Thanksgiving. We parked over 1,000 more vehicles than we did in 2012. And yesterday, the airport issued a press release, and for the first time ever, we'll actually be pre-selling some parking spaces in a building that we have some tenants in that don't use all the parking lot. And so this location is on the northeast corner of Southwest 54th and Portland Avenue. And we'll be doing that pre-sale on this Saturday and Sunday only to help us in the overflow situation that we expect. So encourage people flying out this holiday season to allow a little more time if they plan to park at the airport. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Next on the agenda is Will Rogers World Airport.
Thank you. Item A is to approve addendum number 1 for the request for bids. This is for a 1,500 gallon per minute fire pumper vehicle. Received the staff recommendation on the bids to reject the bid from Emergency Fire Equipment and award the contract to DACO Fire Equipment for $278,980 contingent upon receipt of the performance bond. B is to approve the certificate of substantial completion with Downey Contracting for the air traffic building pipe and insulation project at Mike Maroney Aeronautical Center and accepting that project as complete. Item C is approved change order number 1 with Libra Electric. This is for the 2012 medium voltage electrical upgrades project at Mike Maroney Aeronautical Center. We're deducting $2,246.25 from the contract. Item D is approving change order number 7 with Downey Contracting for the Flight Standards building roof replacement and building repairs at Mike Maroney, adding 10 calendar days to the contract. Item E is approving addendas 1, 2, and 3 to replace the boiler at Hangar 1 at AAR, accepting recommendations on the bids to award the contract to Johnson Controls for $106,400, approving the contract and bonds. Item F is approve addendas number 1 and 2 to replace the fascia at Hangar 2, accept the recommendations on the bids to award to Diversified Construction of Oklahoma for $119,487, also approving the contract and bonds. Item G, concur with the Consultant Review Committee, authorize the negotiation of a professional services agreement with Olson Associates for a project to improve some west side drainage issues at Will Rogers. Item H is concurring with the Consultant Review Committee, authorizing negotiation of an agreement with Frankfurt Short Bruza. This is for the project to get 100% capacity generator power for the terminal building and the pedestrian tunnel. Item I is approving the final reconciliation amendment, adding $262,998 in change order number 10, adding 15 days with ResTech. This is for the garage rehabilitation project for the 2-story and the original 5-story garage, parking garage, approving the certificate of substantial completion and accepting this project as complete. Item J is approving the plans and project manual for the Hangar 1 clamshell canopy replacement project, authorizing bids to be open on January 9th. Item K is concurring with the review committee and authorizing negotiation of an agreement with MacArthur Associated Consultants. This is for an FAA project. We anticipate getting grant funds next year for taxiway C and G, replacing asphalt with concrete. Item L is concurring with the Consultant Review Committee, authorizing negotiation of an agreement with Olson Associates to repair some apron concrete at Mike Maroney Aeronautical Center. Item M is adopting the resolution authorizing the purchase order for $64,126.82, approving the change order increase of $1,172.42. This is to relocate Frontier Airlines ticket counter from the west end of the terminal lobby to the east end to facilitate the first 2 sequences of our baggage project. Item N is approving an easement with Oklahoma Natural Gas Company This is to install and operate a natural gas pipeline, which will facilitate better airport development on the north side of the terminal. This is contingent upon receipt of the acceptable insurance certificate. And last for Will Rogers, item O is approving the incoming art loan agreement with Allen Hauser Incorporated. This is for 2 bronze sculptures, which will be delivered sometime in January for the terminal. We'll have one in the second floor and one down in baggage claim, and this is also contingent upon receipt of a acceptable certificate of insurance. So a lot of items for Will Rogers.
Trustees have heard the items for Will Rogers. What are your desires? Second. We have a motion is second. Any discussion? Seeing none, and it is so done. Wiley Post.
For general aviation, item A is to approve an easement with Oklahoma Gas and Electric to install a transformer and some underground power lines to provide electrical services to Hangar 21 at Wiley Post Airport for turbine aircraft services. Item B is concurring with the Consultant Review Committee authorizing negotiation of an agreement with MKEC Engineering Consultants to do some drainage improvements at Wiley Post Airport. C is to receive the summary of airfield lighting and electrical system improvements, the final report, and approve the amendment number 1 to the contract with Garver so we can handle the first 4 prioritized items in that report, adding $442,085. This is at Wiley Post. Item D is concurring with the Consultant Review Committee, authorizing negotiation of an agreement with Garver LLC for a separate project to do pavement repairs and other lighting improvements for runway 17 left and 35 right, and also the parallel taxiway A at Wiley Post Airport. Those are the items for general aviation.
Hearing the items of general aviation, what are the trustees' desires?
Move approval.
The motion is second. Any discussion? Seeing none. Thank you. General.
Item A is to receive the delinquent accounts receivable report, construction project status report, and the budget to actual report. Item B is approving the revisions of the airport's minimum standards for aeronautical activities, leasing land and facilities at Oklahoma City's airports. And item C is receiving the Oklahoma City Department of Airports Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, commonly known as a CAFR, for fiscal year ended June 30, 2013. I do want to make a comment and recognize Kim Sotomayor and her accounting and finance division staff at the airport. They received yet another certificate of achievement from the Government Finance Officers Association. So this is 21 straight years they've received this certificate of achievement. That's a career. So a pretty good job for all the employees in the Accounting and Finance Division over the past couple of decades on that. The report also includes a letter from BKD, which was the auditor, and it also offered an unqualified opinion. So in other words, there were no findings in the report. So good job, Kim, and please pass that on to your staff. Item D is to approve amendment number 2 to the Facilities Maintenance Engineering Agreement with C.H. Guernsey and Company. This is the last renewal of their on-call engineer contract beginning on January the 1st. Item E is approving the request for proposals for airport management consulting services for the Oklahoma City Airport Trust, authorizing the advertisement of proposals to be received on January 14th. Those are the items under general, Mr. Chairman.
Having heard the items under general, what is the trustees' desires? Hear a motion to approve? A second. Any discussion? Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Lease and other agreements.
Item A is approving supplement number 4 to the passenger airline operating and lease agreement with American Airlines, extending their original agreement not beyond June 30 of 2014 while we're in airline negotiations. Item B is approving supplement number 5. This is also with American Airlines. They're actually deleting some space underneath Gate 1 in the concourse. Item C is approving supplement number 5 to the airline agreement with Delta Airlines, and this is an item that keeps the rates the same in 2014 as they were in 2013. Item D is the same thing, supplement number 4, same principle, keeping landing fees the same this next year with United Parcel Service. Item E is approving the agreement for the Commission of Original Public Art for the Consolidated Rental Car Facility. This is with Phenom Arts, and this is the presentation that the trust saw on the project a couple of months ago, not to exceed $120,000. Item F is approving supplement agreement number 38 with Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center and the FAA, basically specifying some environmental activities that have to be necessary by Mike Monroney before they turn over any infrastructure to the trust. Also incorporates some hazardous substance clauses and clarifying other certain terms. Item G is a new agreement with the Clean Energy Corporation for the compressed natural gas vehicle fueling station at Will Rogers, a 10-year agreement, and Clean Energy will be doing at their own cost and expense upgrading that facility to improve and allow, for instance, larger buses to use that facility, including our new rental car buses. Item H is to approve supplement lease agreement number 1 with QB, known as the Quiet Birdman Building, extending this term for 1 year through December 31st, 2014. Item I through P on the agenda represents lots of leases at Clarence E. Page Airport, where we have private lots where people build their own hangars for the purpose of storing privately owned aircraft. We'll probably have a few of these for the next couple of months. Appreciate you listening to me. It's one of the largest agendas we've ever had with the trust, if not the largest, so thank you.
Thank you for that very good reading. What is the trustees' desires? We have a motion to approve. And a second. Any discussion? Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Roman numeral 8, you want to read some more?
No, sir. Requests, we pay some people.
You've heard me. We have a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please cast your votes. And it is so done. Comments from trustees.
Well, just Merry Christmas to everybody, and Mark, so proud of our airports, and it's a wonderful amenity for our city.
Thank you. We have more to come. Thank you.
Any others? We will be having, Mark, and as far as added traffic, will there not be additional flights going out over the holidays due to the bowl situation that people need to be aware of?
That's a good point, Mr. Chairman. It's not just the holiday traffic, but this year, of course, in particular with OU going to the Sugar Bowl, where we expect to see several charters, and that always does create more flights than we normally do have. So you're right about that.
So the parking is going to be a challenge out there.
It is every year, but especially this year, we're anticipating similar to Thanksgiving.
Any other comments from trustees? Seeing none, comments from staff? Comments from citizens? Seeing none, we are adjourned.